how charming this is. Hi, everybody. Happy Easter. This is my third time doing this video. The first time it went to slow motion in the middle of it. Second time, thought I did the whole video, read on the same three people, got almost the same thing again. And I got up and there wasn't any video running. So if it's not running when I get up this time, maybe there's something wrong with my iPad. I don't know. I thought the first one was just me. Maybe I bumped the table and it flipped down to, even though that's not sitting on the table, the microphone is. I thought maybe I jarred it and it went into slow motion because it started out all right. And this time I went back and looked and it was just a blank screen like I hadn't never turned it on. So since I'm shooting out of the back of the camera, maybe I should turn it around. But I'm too lazy to get up. If it don't work this time, I'm just going to say Happy Easter tomorrow sometime. I've got to go over to my daughter's. Maybe I'll have time to do a video in the afternoon. But anyway, I want to thank you all. I'm going to go to brunch with my daughter. And, I just noticed something. I can see the back of this video over there in the mirror. So if it goes off, I'll know it. So that's why I thought I had it on before. Maybe that was the first time. Anyway, only got 3 quick questions here. I wanted to wish everybody a happy Easter. And maybe I'll really get humble if I keep thanking everybody. This is the third time to thank everybody that's helped me with this channel. And I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for you guys. You've been so much help and keep me going in my older age and make my life worthwhile. And I just want to thank you for it. Thank you for being so generous and kind with your comments. And if anybody wants me to read on anything, I'm getting short again. I had a long list, but I've gotten through it. I only could come up with 3 people to read on tonight. In fact, these are not very nice people. I don't know if I want to read on them again or not. So anyway, I've been looking all over for something green, and I finally found something, but the way it's made, it makes me look about 10 foot wide, but that's all right because I have gained about 5 pounds, and I put this on. It looked like I gained 30, and I thought, no, keep it on because it's a great color. Anyway, not one piece of clothing makes anybody look 30 pounds heavier. I'm exaggerating. So, is Elon Musk going to end up, this will be the 3rd time I read on it. First 2 came out pretty much the same, but I'm not going to say how they came out. Is he going to end up with Twitter? I know he's trying, and once he wants something, he usually gets what he wants. Well, if he's not careful, he'll be in jail trying to get it, so he better just cross his T's and dot his I's because somebody's watching him. And I usually don't think there's much government control over anything, but for some reason they're watching him about this. And this is because it's the 3rd reading on this. He'd like to go in and just take it over like a mercenary. Say, here's the money and you're taking it. Even though it was a very generous offer. But he would almost rule the world if he got a hold of that right now. Because he could change opinion any way he wanted it. So we got the mercenary over the jail card. He feels like he would really have it. And the King of Wands, boy, he would be sitting pretty, would be the foundation if he got it. Or maybe this is our government that don't want him to get it at this time. He says he'd take it to higher ground, but he's one of these corporate charity cases. He's made so much money off of government deals to help his... No, he would just be helping himself. It'd be like the blind leading the blind. There's some other men at the head of huge corporations that don't want him to have this for some reason. I wouldn't be surprised to start hearing some gossip or rumors or maybe truths, but stuff surfacing about Elon Musk that he's had been buried really deep. But I got a feeling he's got things coming out against him. Look at this. The high priestess. This is more, yeah, this is secrets coming out that he don't want to share because he's not a guy wanting to share any of his secrets. Maybe about where some of his wealth came from. I don't think he's been wealthy for so many years that nobody'd be worried about where some of it came from, because this sure isn't all of it, but it's some of his wealth. It's a portion, maybe a family portion. He thinks he can just go in there and buy it. That was his hope. But you can't just force a sell. So here's the jail card again. So we got the jail card and we got the tower. So it really wouldn't be good for him at this time to push this, because somebody's would be taking a deeper look at some things that he don't want to show or to come out in the daylight. I know this sounds really weird, but there's just something going on really deep in his finances, or there's something going on. Even with all the money he's got and all the lawyers, he'll never really be in trouble with anybody. But this is like the broken king in this deck. So he doesn't get it at this time. He may end up with it. I don't think he's given up. He's still making offers down the line. And I don't know who this Queen of Coins is. She came out in his first reading too. I don't think he's married or anything. Maybe it ends up being a joint deal with him and some woman or something, because he hasn't given up, but he's not getting it right away. He's not getting it right away. I didn't even go back through these. I was going to go back through after your third time of doing that. But anyway, they've all come out like he really wants it. He thinks he's almost got it, and then it slips through his fingers, but then he's not through with it yet. He comes back to pursue it later. And after reading 3 times on that, that's the short story of what all 3 of those readings came out as. So he hasn't given up, even though right now it's not a clear pathway to him. And the next person I'm going to read on is Steve Bannon. What a jerk. The cards are going to break tonight. No wonder no hadn't even thought of that. No wonder my iPad keeps going off and messing up and going to slow motion. It's probably just too much negativity going through there. So Steve Bannon, where are you going to be in 2 months? This is for 2 months. 2 months down the road. Where are you going to be, Steve Bannon? Where are you going to be in 2 months? What position are you going to be in? Where's your life going to be like in 2 months from right now? 2 months from now, what's going on with you, Steve Bannon? Two months from now, what's going on with you, Steve Bannon? That's the thinnest I ever cut him, but there's probably a reason for everything. You're going to be feeling pretty fucking foolish. Excuse me, pretty foolish. Steve Bannon. And here's this darn Queen of Coins again. Boy, I don't know what's going on, but there's some woman involved in all this. It's got so much money involved in it that's going to blow everybody's mind. Whatever's going on with Bannon and all of them, this Queen of Coins keep popping up right in the middle of it. And this is family money. I don't think Steve Bannon had family money. I think he's been a crook and had his hands on a whole bunch of money for a long time. But I don't think it was like a lot of family money. They got enough to throw the book at him. Here we go again. Same thing as his other ones. No matter how deep I put her, she's coming back up too. They're going to find a money trail you wouldn't believe behind him. There's going to be a lot of judgment put on him. Not that anybody likes him already that has any clue about what an asshole he is, but a lot of judgment. And he's a fool. It shows that right at the top. That's the title over the reading. He's got some younger people coming in that he thought was going to help him that end up hurting him. I don't know what that's about. They've got our government, Biden, and probably the January 6th people. Somebody's got a lot of information on him. About his connections with overseas, maybe Russia. Let's see what comes up about his connections with people from overseas. Archangel Michael's watching over us. And he's going away. Where's he going away to? Got an angel of mercy. Sleepless nights. They will give him some choices, maybe because he's old. But he is going to jail. Look at this. Okay. So we got the Queen of Coins. I don't know who she is or why she's so involved in this. Something to do with that family money behind all this. If he's not careful, they're going to throw the book at him. Because it's something to do with a lot of money that's unaccounted for that they find somewhere. Maybe more money he's been stealing from Trump fans. Who the hell knows? But there'll be a big judgment on him because of that. Big court case. They'll have all kinds of younger witnesses come in. The Democrats are going to really do a good job. And they're going to connect him with a lot of overseas things. It's almost like this information just flows through and stacks up against him because we've got the angels on our side. He's going to wish he hadn't been such a fool and that he could just walk away. He's going to almost beg for mercy, say he was sick or something, telling everybody that he needs to have some choices. This was the earlier card. I didn't pick it up where he was losing sleep over this already. But he's going to end up going to jail. So that's the third time I've read on him, and he's gone to jail every time. So that's no accident that he keeps going to jail, no matter where I put the cards at or how I cut them or where I bring them in from. And I've got one more person to read on, and that's Meadows. I'm going to do this one more time, and if that thing's broke, it's just broke. I'm going to quit doing readings. It looks like it's still going over there. I can see the back of it in the mirror over there across the room. I never even realized that. I should have noticed that other one was out. I wasn't paying any attention. I got in too hurried to get started. And it might have been a lot better reading, the second one, but it is what it is. It wasn't supposed to be on there. So as much as I hate him, like I said, I'm going to talk about going to bed with a foul taste in your mouth. That's these three people I've read on 3 times now. But happy Easter, everybody. And I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I wanted to come on and do some readings for you. I should have thought of something more joyful. Maybe tomorrow I'll think of something really joyful to read on. I know Lincoln was known to say that people are about as happy as they choose to be. He may not have used those exact words. It was like about 2 sentences, and he said it so wonderful. And the first time I remembered hearing that, I was a little girl, and I've never forgot it. And it should be something they teach everybody because it is a choice. I know that depression sets in and it's bad and it's hard and it's hereditary and everybody's minds are different, but a lot of it's an attitude. So keep that attitude of gratitude and just be grateful for everything, every day, in every way, and you're going to find out that you're much healthier in life. Where are you going to be? First time I've drawn this tonight, Wheel of Fortune. And to be on your knees at the foot of somebody's bed, what, trying to crawl under it because you're in so much trouble? What's going on? They're going to be right up your butt. The government is, our government. You are in trouble. This is the jail card, making license plates. So, yeah, you're going to be in trouble. So maybe you're going to be back in jail before you go to court. God, got some new cards. None of these came out in the first 6 readings. The whole world's going to be watching this. So in 2 months, the whole world's going to really be paying attention to what's going on in our capital. But I keep drawing Archangel Michael. He's going to come in. He's the judge over these deals. He's going to be the judge over these hearings. So maybe things are going to turn out a lot better than any of us think they are. Maybe there is going to definitely be some justice coming through. That's the Ace of Swords there. The truth coming out in the near future. And that's him, the broken king. Broken person thinks he's a king. Taken to his bed almost because he just gives up. Goes from one extreme to the other. Doesn't look that healthy anyway. His biggest fear is they're going to not give him the deal he wants. That's the deal he don't want. He always thought Trump would get elected and pull him out of there. Trump's not going to be anywhere near to pull him out. Thought he was going to have all kinds of choices. Or is this some of the offers he don't want? I don't know. But here's judgment. Right by the license plate. So I think he's going to be hiding to try to stay out of jail before he even goes back to court. I think they might put him in there just cooling down. They might have enough. The whole world's going to be watching this. It's going to be the end of an ending for him and a new beginning. Totally different than anything he ever knew in his life. The one in control of this whole thing is Archangel Michael. He keeps coming up. I guess we are going to have some justice coming into our justice system. There's going to be a light shine on this. And the illegitimate king, he's going to be almost sick before he's going to say he's sick, trying to get out of jail at least. They're going to give him an offer he don't want. He's going to point all over rabbit, snake, fish, but that's not going to work. because here's the fallen king and here's the judgment card. So I think he's going to, before he's found guilty, because he's trying to push a point and thinks he's going to control everything and thinks he's going to control the narrative. But I don't think I don't think there is a narrative for him to control. Anyway, I want to thank everybody, and I hope the hell this thing's still working, and I hope the sound's still working right. I hope it hasn't went into slow motion. And happy Easter, everybody, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your help. Bye-bye now. Namaste.